actually is. So normalization is the process of efficiently organizing data in a database. And why do we want to do this? Well, we want to do this to eliminate redundant data. So we don't want to be storing repeated rows of data in a table, and we also don't want to be storing the same data but in different tables. And we only want to store related data in a single table. So for example, if we had order and customer details in one single table, it's actually better to split this into two or multiple tables rather than storing this unrelated data in a single table. So here's an example of a table which hasn't been normalized properly. So it's a student table, and we have the student name, the year they're in, the classes they attend, and also the class's teacher. So you can see here straight away that every time we enter geography as a student's class, we also have to enter the same value for the teacher. So we're repeating data here. Every time we enter class geography, we also have to enter teacher Mr. Green. Or every time we have to enter physics, we have to enter teacher Mrs. Einstein. So we have data redundancy in this table. So it'd actually be better to split this table into two, have a student table with the student name, year and class, and then have a second table for the teacher, which would have the teacher's name and the class they teach. So that's an example of how you could reduce data redundancy and normalize this table. So what are the benefits of normalizing your database? Well, the first benefit is that you're reducing the storage space that your database needs. Obviously, it takes space to store any data, and if you're reducing redundant data, you're also reducing the overall storage space that your database needs. A second benefit is that you reduce the insert, update, and deletion anomalies. And basically what this means is you're reducing any errors that could occur when you're inserting, updating, or deleting data from your database. So an example of insert anomaly would be, in the previous table we had the class and the teacher. So every time we have to insert the class, we also have to insert the teacher. So in effect, we're doubling the amount of data we need to insert in one query. And this obviously increases the chances of an insert error, of someone making a mistake when they're inserting class or teacher into this table. So normalizing this table would reduce the chances of an insert error. And an example of an update and deletion anomaly would be if you had the same data in multiple tables. So for example, if you were storing the teacher's home address in multiple tables, so you had, let's say you had 3 tables which stored the teacher's home address. If they were to move address, you would have to update this address in 3 separate tables. Or if they left the school, you would have to delete their information in 3 separate tables as well. So obviously if you could normalize this data and have the address stored in just one table, you would only have to do one update or one delete. So you would reduce the chances of an error when you are updating or deleting this data from the database. And another benefit is that it actually improves query performance. So not only does it improve the query performance for inserting, updating and deleting data into tables, it also improves retrieving data from the database. So selecting from tables, the performance is actually improved as well. Now there are different levels of normalization which a database can be in, and each level has a set of rules that the tables must adhere to be in that normal form. So the first level of normalization is first normal form, and then second normal form, third normal form, and then there's higher levels of normalization. So there's the Boyce-Codd normal form, which is sometimes called fourth normal form, and then there's even fifth or sixth normal form. But in this section we're just going to be looking at first, second and third normal form. And 90% of the time, if your data is in third normal form, this is a high enough level of normalization. And most of the databases you encounter in real life will be in third normal form. So in the next couple of videos we're going to be looking at the rules for the first, second and third normal form, and we're going to be looking at